Hello guys, Raccoon Dragon here, and we're actually playing Don't Starve today. This is a game that I've been playing for quite a bit, and I actually really like it, so I decided to record it, because, yeah, why not? And this game actually has, it's a survival game. You can start off with a bunch of different characters, right here as you can see. Each of them have, like, different abilities and, like, perks to them. But for the case of this video, we're probably going to start off with the first one, because you start off with only this one. The rest of them you unlock them by like gaining experience. Basically what happens is that the more days you survive, when you die you get experience, which you use. It goes into unlocking more characters. And as two DLCs, Shipwrecked and Reign of Giants, I personally like Reign of Giants better. Shipwrecked is actually still a work in progress. So I've read. It has like, it's not exactly still work in progress. Like, it already works and everything, but they still plan on adding a lot more things to it. And yeah, like I said, it's a survival game. You kind of start on an island where like this one guy named Maxwell said, like, presumably sent you to the island. Not really, yeah, kind of sent you to the island and trapped you there, and now you just have to survive and make sure you don't die. And so yeah, I guess that's pretty much how that works. You pretty much want to like just collect resources and make sure you're like set up a base or something so that you don't die within the first few days, because it's really easy to die in this game. And that's actually Maxwell, this one right here. This guy is my character, obviously. He's actually called Wilson. So I have a few mods right here to like change the gameplay. They're just mods that I feel like I like them in the game pretty much. The first one is this. It's called seasonal clock. So there's 4 seasons of the game. It's pretty much the normal seasons. Autumn, winter, spring, summer. You know, each one has different aspects to it. There's also a boss, like a boss mob that could appear in each season. And so yeah, those how did I say it? Oh yeah, the seasonal clock just tells you. You can see it said like 0 days into autumn, 20 days until winter. It's actually a good thing that we started in autumn. It's a lot easier to play in autumn than it is to play, because you can start off in either autumn or spring. In spring, it sucks a lot because it can rain. It can rain. It will rain, and it rains a lot in the spring. And rain has a few aspects to it that just really suck. And in autumn it also rains, but not as much, so you'll have a lot easier time to survive in autumn to survive in spring. And even more than that, if you start in spring, obviously the next season right after that is summer, and in summer you can overheat, which the only way to like stop that is to use things like ice and endothermic fires, and those are like a bit harder to get than the normal fire and like warming stuff. So that's like so it pretty much is gonna take you more time to do that and more effort, and it's just more difficult, I guess, in general. And so it's just a lot better to prepare for winter than it is to prepare for summer right off the bat. And actually, we're gonna check off here. The second mod I have is actually map revealer. Usually the map is not completely revealed. It's actually just where you've been. But honestly, like, look at the size of this map. It's huge. I don't think I'll ever just like completely fill it in. And it's also like really helpful. Like I said, this game is actually really difficult. Well, I guess not that difficult if you know what you're doing, and but it can get pretty hard sometimes. Where I probably want to go over here to get that. It's called Chester's Eyebone, or it's just the Eyebone actually. And this one mob called Chester starts following you around. He's like a portable chest basically. There's our beefalo, houndmounts. I'll like probably talk about most of the aspects as we like see them, because that's like it just makes it a lot easier than to just like throw everything on like you guys just right now. These right now, pretty much what I've been doing right now is just collecting resources, like grass and twigs basically. And with your flint, as you guys saw, I also picked up a pickaxe back there. When that dead body, that that skeleton basically, that has stuff around it. There's just like I guess presumably people that have been here already and died, and that's stuff that you can get from them. So yeah, those are like helpful to find around because they have things, I guess, that can help you. And so yeah, you just pretty much the first day you probably want to set up, make sure you get things to build at least a campfire. Building tab. Alright, let's go ahead and start chopping down some trees. I actually don't know, because Chester's Eyebone is kind of pretty far away. I really don't know if I want to go after that right now, or if I want to concentrate on setting up a base. Because the Eyebone is really helpful, because your inventory gets filled up pretty quickly here. But I want to see where exactly I want to set up a base too, because these are biomes, by the way. It's the savanna, rocky biome. They're just all different. They have their different aspects to them. I probably want to set up here because I really like setting up base next to these rocky biomes, like in the grass area, but next to the rocky biome, because during the summer there's this thing called the boss mob for the summer is a dragonfly, and the rocky biome is just really helpful to fight the dragonfly in the rocky biome. I'll probably show you guys when we actually get to that stage, but until then we probably want to see where we want to set it up. I probably am gonna set up there just because it seems like the best place. A swamp biome is all the way over there, just for references, and we're probably gonna go there, but like a lot later in game, because there's like really good weapon called the tentacle spike that you can get over there. Jeez, I cannot speak today. But anyways, where did I say, right here? We're probably gonna set up right there. So if we take this trail, we should make it there. But yeah, pretty much that's how this game's gonna go. Right now there doesn't seem to be much going on. I'm just like collecting everything. I'll probably these are rabbits. You're gonna kill them. You could get morsels. It's like a small. It's not all that much food, but it's pretty much just a way to get food. These three are your your just your being meters, you can call them. This is your life, pretty much. Health, you know how that works. You lose it, you get to 0, you die. Hunger, you get to 0, you start. Well, sorry for sidetracking. Let's talk about this for real quick. This is a touchstone. This is the thing that you activate it, you die, you'll respawn there. It gets rid of the touchstone, but at least you have a respawn, so that way dying won't be so hard on you. Where was I going again? Here it goes. There you go. But yeah, health, you know how it works. Lose it all, you die. Hunger, you get to 0, and your health will start to drain really quickly. I believe last time, as I remember how it was, it went down just pretty quickly. I really don't know exactly how fast, but I just know that it goes down fast. Then this is the brain right here is called sanity. As you can see, it's starting to go down. It hit dusk right now. Yes, there's day, dusk, and then night. During dusk, because I guess you can say because it's dark, your sanity drains. So your sanity, what it is, it's like it measures how crazy you are. You can say if it goes down a lot, basically your character is starting to go crazy. You can probably say that like being stranded alone on an island is starting to get to him. And after a certain point, it's actually early on in the game, it's really dangerous to let it drain, because the problem with it being low is that when it gets low, there's these things called shadow creatures that can spawn, and those things they pretty much just appear in the ground. It's just like a shadow that follows you around, and it can easily kill you if you don't have a weapon to defend yourself. And the thing is that they don't exactly go away, because like most mobs here, you don't have much of a hard time outrunning them. You just have to run away a little bit, and they'll usually lose interest in you and just walk away. But these shadow creatures, they don't, at least from experience, they don't really lose interest, and they just keep following you until you kill them, or until they kill you, or until your sanity goes back up, and which is when they usually just disappear. So yeah, you probably don't want to do that. And apart from that, there's also the rabbits that you guys saw back there. They turn into like these black creatures that are called beardlings. And if you kill those, you don't get normal meat, which is what you usually want to get to eat. Instead, you get something called nightmare fuel, which is actually helpful. Or you could get beard hair, or you could get this 13, what's called, oh, you get monster meat, which is it's pretty much useless. You can't, I mean, it's not exactly completely, holy crap, I'm gonna die. 1 second, let me build this before I die. If it goes completely dark and you don't build a fire, you will die. There's this night creature called Charlie will, if it's completely dark, if you're surrounded by darkness, you'll just die. You just take damage and you'll die. Charlie, you don't exactly, you can't see it. It just kills you. But yeah, so like I was saying, I completely forgot what I was saying before that. Well, there goes my last topic that I was just talking about. I cannot remember what I was talking about. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, sanity, craziness, and things that appear when you're crazy. There's also, that's pretty much what there is with sanity. Apart from that, you get like these lines from on the side of your screen, and it starts to distort your screen. And I guess that's just what's called like aesthetics. It's kind of just annoying in a bit, because it distorts your entire screen. These green caps, these mushrooms that I picked, when you cook them, like mushrooms have like different, there's 3 types of mushrooms: red, blue, and green. Red ones, they sprout, like as you see, they're like in the ground, but the red ones come out during the day, the green ones come out at dusk, and the blue ones, they come out at night. So if you want to get blue ones, you pretty much have to go with a torch or something that will keep you from dying, or maybe there's some around your campfire. But each one has different aspects, and the green ones, I really like them. They're really useful because if you cook them, they're like really useful to manipulate your sanity. If you cook it, they raise your sanity, as you see right there. They lower your health, but it's only by 1, so the penalty really isn't all that much. It's actually really, really low. It's a small penalty. So it raises your sanity by quite a bit, which is really useful if you're like starting to lose sanity in your first day, which really sucks. And then there's but if you eat it when it's not cooked, it'll drop your sanity so much, like really low. And it just usually eating 1 or 2 is enough to make your character go insane, and it's enough to make shadow creatures start appearing. It's actually useful later in the game, because late game you pretty much want to go after nightmare fuel and stuff like that, because those are because you could use them to make certain things like weapons and stuff like that. And my hunger is actually dropping really low. I should eat something. Oh, well, there goes the campfire. Never mind. I'll probably eat later if I don't starve before that. Oh, there we go. Don't starve. We probably, I want to see what, what do I want to do first? Here we go. Probably want to build a science machine. First I probably want to clear all this out. But yeah, as you can see, the tab right here has everything I can build. There's tools, light, survival, and science, fight, and dress. All those things, I mean, some of them are self-explanatory. Tools, light, that's self-explanatory. Survival has things like healing, because you do not normally regenerate health here, which is one of the reasons why it's a bit hard to survive. So like any health you lose, your health stays down until you eat something or use something that will replenish it. In survival, in the survival tab, there's a few like items that you can create that will bring your health back up. You could build like backpacks, and what's it called, traps, I think. Yeah, you could build like animal traps. There's bird traps and there's rabbit traps, which, you know, self-explanatory. Traps birds and the other one traps rabbits. Apart from that, there's also, wait, what is there also? Oh yeah, there's a science tab. When you build this, which you can use to build a science machine, that once you have it built, it'll open up more tabs, and it pretty much, it's like you need it in order to build other stuff. I'll show it off once it's built, how it actually works. As a torch, obviously it works. Usually you could dig up these stumps for an extra log, but to build the shovel, you actually need to have the science machine built, and I don't have that yet because I want to remove these trees first. So instead of just digging them up, I'm probably just gonna burn them, which I actually am doing. So but yeah, there's stuff like, then there's the in science tab, there's more things like a lightning rod that you could get. There's like other structures that are just really helpful. And then there's fight, self-explanatory, armor, weapons, stuff like that. And dress. So there are certain like aspects to these dresses. Like some you could build certain, not build, you could like make, I guess, certain things that like you could put them on and it will raise your sanity. Also, there's some that'll keep you from overheating and others that'll keep you from freezing, which are aspects both of winter and summer. So that's that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for those. And yeah, let's see, we could get the science machine started. Damn it, I kind of want to set up in this side, but then again, it's, you know what, let's go over here. Let's go over here, let's put on this side of the road. We'll have our base on this side and we'll put all our farms on that side. So that should work just fine. Actually we should have our base like right on the road. It shouldn't be that bad to have it right there, should it? I really don't know, cause I don't know. I make way too much of a problem out of base placement than I should, cause you could honestly just put it anywhere, but I make like a really big deal of out of where it is. But you know what? Let's just put it right here. Or so. No, let's put it right here. So I'm just, there we go. That's better. And as you can see, there's a bunch of things. Now I can build a shovel. And as you see right here, it says prototype. So the science machine, basically you can use it to prototype certain things that you can't build without it. And once you prototype something, you could build it whenever you want when you're away from the science machine. But yeah, but first you actually need a science machine to prototype it. And we actually want to make a backpack first, which doesn't take too much things. Where is it? Here we go, this is gonna be helpful. I got more inventory. And we probably want to make a fire before, oh yeah, fire pit. This is better. Let's go down here. I kind of don't want to have it too close to there, because there's this thing that I'm getting built later on called the ice flamomatic, and that, if it puts out fires basically, and it will put out your campfire too, so we kind of want to put this away from it. And that was not enough food at all. I'm probably gonna have to kill that pig later on. I'll show you which one I mean by that pig. But what was I saying? Science machine, yeah, things, stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much what there's to like the starting of the game. You build stuff, you want to collect resources, you want to make sure you don't die, and actually am doing really good on wood. I just didn't think I'd have this much. So let's put this. If you hear any background noise, I'm sorry for that. I don't. I hear things going on outside, so I don't know. Right now I think like it's just the start of the game, so there really isn't much else to do other than just gather resources. I skipped this part, but actually, first I'll probably just go ahead and kill the pig that I showed, and I'll see if I could get more of a thing set up before next video, so that I could actually actually what? So, oh yeah, so we actually have like other stuff to do rather than just collecting resources. Because right now I don't know exactly what I want to do first. We probably want to go mine some more stones, but I really don't need that right now. Let's see, there's this alchemy engine. So, oh yeah, there's also refine tab. So these are the other tabs that came up. Let me just talk on it real quick. Structures, self-explanatory. Structures, just things that you could build that you place down, and they have different uses. Refine, you pretty much so like basically what happens here is like you just like refine the object, I guess. Like cut grass, you refine it into rope. Boards, you get boards from logs. Rocks, you refine them into cut stone, and yeah. As you see, this cut stone, we actually needed 2 of that for the alchemy engine, which is kind of like a second tier to the science machine. Also, another thing that I forgot to mention was that when you prototype something, like the first time you build it, it'll give you a sanity boost, which is really helpful too. Pretty much, it's actually really helpful at the start of the game when you're prototyping things, when you're prototyping a lot of things, because you're like barely starting to build a bunch of things. Because early on in game there's really not many methods to boost your sanity. Later on it gets really easy once you have like resources and stuff, but early on there really isn't many methods. So it's good to know that, like, you know, prototyping things will actually boost your sanity. And I'm actually worried that I might actually starve, which is probably what like the least common way that I've ever died in this game. I think I've only died starving once, and that was when I just started the game. I wonder if there's any, you know, I might go kill one of those beefalo later on, because they're a really good way to get food. They're just like another mob. They're usually passive. Oh wait. Oh, this is good. This is really good. This is really nice. Oh yeah, well, these things are called merms. That green thing that died was a merm. This thing is a pig. Basically, merms are hostile. Pigs are passive, unless you provoke them. I might actually kill one first, because where's that? Why are they here? Yo, wait, I see something. Yo, why are these pigs here? That's my question. I might actually provoke them and make them fight, or not provoke them, but I might make him go fight over here. Cause as see this, that map, this is a chest biome, something biome. Basically there's these things, and I'm gonna have him go fight them. While he's fighting those, I'm gonna go get these. You get gears from fighting these guys, and actually I'm gonna see if I can help this pig. I don't want him to. Oh well, he died. Nope, I'm not fighting these guys. Anyways, so yeah, let's leave and fight them later on. We don't really want to fight those guys right now, and we already got the gears anyways. So those things, when you in chest biomes, those things can spawn. They're like weird they're pretty much, I'm pretty sure they represent the figures, the thingies, the characters, whatever you call them, of a chest game. So yeah, that's that. And apart from that, when you kill them, they drop gears. 1 to 2. I think it's actually always 2, not 1 to 2. But whether it is or not, these gears are a really helpful thing. Usually the other way to get them is by digging up graves, which is a really bad idea early on in game, because let's make a shovel actually. Because the problem with digging up graves is that there's only a chance that you'll get the gears, and worse than that is that each time you dig up a grave, it's only one time use, but other than that, like, you dig up the grave once and then there it's dug up. You can't undig it and redig it, or it won't like respawn or anything. But and apart from that, it also lowers your sanity a lot, because I guess that kind of makes sense. If you were stuck on an island digging up graves, I think your sanity would drop pretty low. But yeah, so it's actually really helpful that we found that right there, because they're, especially with pigs right there, it's a really good thing that I just able to like lure that pig in and then just have him fight them off. I'm probably gonna wanna make that other pig over there, cause why not, honestly. Actually, yeah, let's go over here. And I'm actually curious why I haven't seen any things called what are they called? Friggin' like mammoth? No, not mammoth. These weird big elephant guys. Oh, coliphant. Coliphant tracks. When you can hunt them, they're like better versions of beefalo. You kill them and you get meat. And I have no idea why these two pigs and the merms just spawned in here randomly. There's literally, because they usually spawn from a house, a pig hut, which is that thing that was back there. It's like a little, like some sort of weird, it's like a really, like building. It's just, I don't know. But they spawn from that. If you kill them, you get meat or pig hide. And what's good about that is that they respawn after 3 days, so you could kill them and then 3 days later they'll spawn again. And right now I'm actually gonna see if I can get this guy fighting. Let's see. Yeah, I don't want to die, so I'm just gonna have the pig. Oh, there we go. See, there we go. 2 views. If the pig actually survives this, I'm probably just gonna kill him too, because he'll probably be low, to be honest. Why is he still aggroed on me? Kill the pig. Come on. I'm sorry guys, I'm not really talking. But yeah, we'll get 2 more gears from this, and also more meat if the pig dies, and if he doesn't die, I'll just kill him. And yes, he did die. There you go. That's better. See, it all worked out. That's great. Do we have enough gold? I don't think we have enough gold. We're gonna need a lot of gold. That's actually the main reason why I came out here, because I wanted gold, and I literally just wasted all my time making pigs fight chest thingies. But hey, I guess it worked out anyways. Now we have food, given that I'm actually, oh whoa, that is really low. I better watch out, and I don't want to die. If I die to starving, that's literally like the worst way to die. Well, I mean, not really the worst way to die, like more so like the way that is like you just like should not die. I don't know, but yeah, now we pretty much got free food, which is a great thing. So let's just cook this. Also, most food that you get, you probably want to cook it before eating it, because 1, it restores more hunger cooked, and 2, if you eat it without cooking it, it will more than likely, because most foods, I don't think exactly all of them, but most foods will lower your sanity if you eat them raw, which you know sucks, and you don't want to have low sanity, because yeah, you simply don't. And there you go. That's high enough for now, I guess. Nah, let's do another one. We'll just save the other one for later. Yeah, that's good. So now we can build this guy. Actually, never mind. We need 2 of these guys, electric doodad. Which they actually appear in the science section, but you need 2 gold and 1 cut stone per each one. They're kind of expensive, actually, gold-wise. They look pretty small. It doesn't look like they should cost that much. They also need, how many cores? I think 4. These things, like the refinement items, are actually really, like, almost everything here is like really expensive, which just makes the game a bit harder. It's like you have to collect more resources. But hey, so let's build this here. And usually in the normal game, or not in the normal game, I mean like in the non-modded game, you don't get these like points or like this weird plane, this weird grid, you want to say, without when you're building stuff. But I have it because of this one mod called geometric placement, because I have OCD and I really like putting things in an order. So like I downloaded the mod. Yeah, don't do it. I like it. But anyways, I'm actually probably gonna want to go kill that pig. I'm really tempted to go kill that pig, because I just really want to kill him. I really don't. I don't know. I want to kill him. Let's see if he's around here. That's just, oh no, see, this is what I mean. This is why you don't want to grave dig. You could get mobs too. And what I hate, see, what I hate about this ghost thing is that you can't really, oh wait, the pig's gonna kill it. The pig's gonna kill it. Let the pig kill it. You're fine. And if the pig dies, it'll just be good for us too. It'll kill the ghost and he'll die. Oh well, it's almost dead anyways. But anyways, yeah, that's why you don't want to grave dig. You also have a chance of spawning a ghost, and you can't really kite these guys because they don't, because most mobs are easily kiteable because they have like a wait time for hitting. Like basically this pig. And they go around. Stop moving. Stop. No. Stop moving. See, like you hit it, and then you could run away, and then you go back and hit it. That's how you, like, that's the how you kite. And but the ghosts, you can't really kite them because they don't have like a wait time between hits. They literally just turn red, and you touch them, and you die. And these pigs actually are the only mob that will also kite. As you can see, the pig is trying to kite me. He's trying to hit me and then running away. But usually mobs don't try to kite. The pigs are the only thing that are like pretty annoying to kill because they try to kite you. They're bad at it, honestly, because almost anything they fight kills them. Well, not really almost anything. I shouldn't say that. Just like, but they die quite a bit. They take damage a lot of it when they're fighting. They're not the best kiters, but they try. They try. And it's helpful when they're on your side. Which I actually haven't talked about. If you give a pig meat, any sort of meat, they will follow you. They'll follow you around and do whatever you want them to do for a while. They will chop down trees. They'll fight other mobs, and yeah, it's just really helpful. And this is actually a spider den, which is it's actually a good thing that I found it really close by. This is what I mean by you can kite these guys. So like the spider won't usually kite you. Like I said, these are like actual mobs that won't kite you. Like I said. And that was stupid. But yeah, what was I saying again? Oh yeah, the spider den, you could get different there's three drops for them. There's monster meat, which is the most common. Silk, which I think is the second most common, and then the last one is called spider gland. The spider gland is really helpful as you use it and it heals you up. The silk is helpful for other items. I want to kill that frog because it gives you frog legs and stuff, but at the same time I don't, because this is another instance of it's like a hoarding mob, I guess I want to say. If you attack one, they'll all go after you, which just sucks. And thing with these guys is they actually caused a death to me a while back, because when you hit them, when they hit you, they will cause you to drop a random item from your inventory. And once I died because it was raining, and there's a chance, if it's raining really hard, there's a chance that frogs will rain. What happened was that it was starting to get night, and I'm over here like running around a campfire, and it's starting to run out of like light, and so I'm over here like saying like, what should I do, because I'm about to die to freaking frogs. No, not to frogs actually. I'm about to die to Charlie, because the campfire's gonna run out, and it was night, so if it runs out and it stays dark, I will die, which just I don't want. You don't want to die, that's kind of an obvious thing. But so yeah, what happened was, so I couldn't refuel the fire, because every time I tried putting something in it, the frogs would just hit me and just like stop the action, which just really sucks, because they were like literally everywhere and they started following me around. And what ended up happening is that I ended up just running away into the dark, and I tried making a torch while I was in the dark, but they kept on hitting me, which sucked, so I would make a torch, the torch would be made, and as soon as it was made, they would hit me, and of course that's like the one item that gets knocked out of my inventory. And so I have to make another one. They knocked that one out too, and I ended up just dying. It was sad, but hey, whatever. I'll get payback on those frogs. I really want to kill them. We'll kill them later on though. So yeah, they're really annoying things too. Actually, what I want to do right now is in survival. You could make a fishing rod. I want to see if I find that somewhere here. Where is it? I'm pretty sure it's in survival. So like the fishing rod, you pretty much just use it in the pond, and you could get fish from it, and it's a really good way early on to start to get food. Thermal stone. I guess we should make this. Where's that fishing rod? Oh, I need 2 still. Oh, I guess. Spiders actually respawn a bit more commonly from their dens, so it's not too hard to get silk if you're close to den, which fortunately here we're actually really close to den. So you'll get some more later on of that, so that I don't start. I don't starve. Let's see if we can find this. There's a rock right here, which I want to mine. Let's get this up. And oh, that's good. Look at that. Where is it? There you go. That 2 gold. I've been really lucky with those rocks. Cause usually it's like it could drop between 1 or 2 things, gold. It could drop between 1 or 2 gold. And obviously it's harder, it's like more rare for 2 gold to drop. Usually only one gold drops, like most of the time, in fact. And I've been lucky. A lot of them have been seeming to drop 2 gold. Let's eat this. I'll put sanity back up, and let's eat this back up too. Oh, also the moon has different phases. The phases really don't do much except for when it's full moon. Full moon has a few aspects to it, which is something I want to go over later. Now let's see if where is it? Please tell me there's one here. Oh, here it is. This thing, it's called a Glommer statue. During a full moon, that thing will spawn something called a Glommer, which is pretty helpful, to be honest. It's a pretty helpful mob. It doesn't do much. You can't use it to attack or anything, but every now and then it'll poop, and its poop is really good for fires. And yeah, in fact, you could actually eat its poop, which I don't see why you would. It's like a weird goo, actually, but it's its poop. It's like, so basically, and it's surprisingly really good for your character if you have something to get your sanity back up afterwards, because it drops your sanity a lot, which is understandable. If you eat poop, you'd probably go crazy too. But other than that, like, it gives you a great health boost, and it also takes your hunger up, which I don't know, it's weird. You eat poop, but hey, I don't judge. People have to do what they have to do. I made a chest right now. It's structure, you know, just put stuff in it, which is actually I'm gonna see if I can make a nice box. This is what the gears are really helpful for. There's this, where is it? Is it here? No. Oh wait, some food. Food tab, icebox. Okay, let me put stone. Please don't have enough stone. Yeah, I do. Food. There you go. So the icebox. Oh yeah. And in case you haven't noticed, the food that I've been gathering, it has like a weird green tint on it. Basically, that what it is. It's like I think I really messed up on this placement. Oh well, I could always break the fire pit and place somewhere else later on. But basically, what's up about that is that that's like the time it takes to spoil. Each food item has a different spoilage time, and what sucks is that like once it gets past the green state, the green state ends, it'll go into yellow state, which is stale, and then it'll go into red state, which is spoiled. And then after its red state ends, it'll just turn into this item called rot, which is not really all that helpful. I guess you could use it as fuel and as fertilizer, but other than that, you don't want it. You pretty much want to keep your food instead. So yeah, once it turns to that, it's like when they're in green state, they give you all the benefits that they give you when you use them. When they go to yellow state, they'll be less efficient. There's this one by less efficient, I'm talking about that because there's one weapon that's actually made out of food, and it'll spoil over time. But usually it's food, so we'll talk about food. So food in general, when it's in yellow, it'll give you less hunger, and if it gives you health, it'll most likely not give you health anymore. It just loses a lot of its things. And if it's in red, sometimes it gives you no hunger and none of these, and instead it just lowers your sanity. The reason why you still want to keep spoiled food is because when you cook food, it actually brings the spoilage timer back up a bit. So like if it's yellow and you cook it, it'll bring it up to green most of the time. Actually from red, it usually brings it all the way up to green. And then you could eat it right away and it'll give you all the benefits that it should give you. So yeah, that's good. That's a good thing too. And yeah, these 2 rocks are going to be really helpful later when we fight the dragonfly. When we get to that point, I'll explain why that's a good, helpful thing. But so yeah, that's pretty much what there is to food. And then there's also this one other thing that spoils, and it's not exactly food. I mean, you could call it food because you can eat it, and it gives you a few things. Like it's ice, okay? You eat it, it gives you some hunger. I do not believe it gives you health. And when it spoils, it doesn't turn into raw. It just disappears from your inventory because it turns into water. So like, at least this game has physics. But yeah, the point, the good thing about ice is that, well, there's bad thing and good thing. The bad thing is that it spoils real quickly. So if you get one early on in game and you don't have an ice box, you pretty much don't want to collect the ice. Or if you're gonna make something out of the ice, you pretty much want to do it right away. But the good thing about it is that if you put it in an ice box, it'll actually stop the timer completely. It won't spoil whatsoever. As for other foods and stuff, like food, it doesn't exactly stop the spoiling completely. As you see, this actually went down a bit. I don't know if you guys noticed or paid much attention to that, but it went down. So icebox, it doesn't stop the spoiling timer, it just it doubles it. So like if a food item takes 10 in-game days to spoil, it'll take 20. And yeah, that's pretty much how that works. And I'm actually gonna see if I could go kill some more spiders to see if I could go get more silk and make a fishing rod. But yeah, that's how that works. And the icebox is just really helpful to get really early on. And holy crap, they all respawn? Oh, that's a spider gland. That's what I meant by spider gland. And no, I don't want to fight 2 of them. I mean, you can kite 2 of them, but it's just a lot easier. It's not as easy. Like, dude, that's it. There you go, that's better. These spider glands, what I mean, they heal you, use it, gives you health back up, and that was actually not worth it whatsoever, which sucks. That just sucks. I literally can't put it any other way. It's just bad. But I mean, I guess. I mean, one good use for monster meat is because if you eat it raw, it'll lower your health. It'll give you hunger, but it'll lower your health and your sanity, which, like I said early on, you don't want those low. But if you eat it cooked, it'll still lower your health, I believe, and your sanity, and it still gives you the same amount of food. So I mean, actually cooking is kind of useless. I just noticed that. It's really useless to actually cook it. I mean, it has one use to cook it, is that it actually doubles the spoilage time, so it takes even more time to spoil if it's cooked. So I mean, I guess more durable food that is useless. No, it's not actually useless. I'm just like making too much about it. But there's actually a few uses for it. One use is you could probably just let it spoil and use its rod as fertilizer. You could also use you can also actually use it to tame the pigs, because it is meat and the pigs really do not care what they eat. So if you give a pig monster meat, it will follow you and it'll love you forever because you gave it food. Even though they eat all the time, but hey. So like, yeah, you could use it for that. You could use it to tame pigs and I don't know, give them your waste. What I like, holy crap, no, don't, no. I feel, there you go. And I should have just put the rest in there. We don't need all the rest. These pine cones, you actually get them from, what you get from, you know, chopping down trees. You could plant them, I just saw, and it just regrows, trees go back up. I have no food. I really need more food. I'm probably gonna go kill a beefalo, and we'll probably just end the video there. And that'll be it for today. I'll see if I could get more stuff set up before next video, so that next video we could actually go into more I guess more exciting things that are like better than just this. How much durability? Let's see, let's do this. And you can make a log suit. This is the first armor piece. Actually, you could also make a grass suit, but you know that the grass suits kind of suck. You don't want them. But log suit is a lot better. It gives you quite a bit of protection. You put it on. Sadly, it takes off your backpack, which sucks. But you could take it off. You could put it on, go fight, and then just put it back on, which is, you know, good. But it takes like armor here is actually really useful. It's not. It doesn't like. It takes up a lot of the damage. So like I think it absorbs the log suit. I believe it absorbs like 80% of incoming damage. So like any damage that you take will be reduced by a lot. It just really helps. And so actually I'm gonna put these away. Let's see what I should put away. What I do not really need right now. I don't need that. I don't need this. So I think that's what I want to put away right now. But yeah, I'm gonna go see if I can kill some beefalo. And this is gonna be kind of hard because beefalo is another mob where you hit one and the entire horde goes after you. The best way to deal with this is that usually what I do is I hit one and then I run away until the horde, usually the rest of the horde, like the entire horde will usually lose interest in you really quickly. But the beefalo that you hit, it'll usually keep following you for a lot longer. And so yeah, I just do that until I lure one away. And so I'm gonna put this where, there we go. No, there we go. I'll put this down right here and I'm gonna go fight. And where the hell is, there we go. And it's actually, you gotta notice it's raining, and this is what I meant by, I'll explain the mechanics of this right now, but like first I want to kill these people. So we want to run away from, there we go. Oh, no, don't lose interest, follow me, come on, keep chasing me. Is there really only 3? Holy crap, I better not kill all of them. Come on, guys, go away. There you go, they're leaving. Come on, keep trying to kill me. I'll fight you once we're quite far away. Come on. There we go. I think you get, in these guys, you can get like 4 hits in them before they hit back. So that's what I mean by each mob has a delay before attacking again. So that's when you want to hit, because there you go. Now we have food. There you go. That's better. And so now that that's out of the way, now that we have food, I can talk about the rain mechanics. So as you see, this appeared. It's called the wetness meter, which oh look at that poop. Yay. Poop is actually helpful. This is not the same kind of poop that the Glommer drops. This is normal poop. The Glommer's poop is apparently magical poop. But this poop is actually you actually want it. Like it's like everything pretty much in this game. Oh, look, a pig. Yo, where's your house? Yo, piggy, follow me. Where are you? Oh, that's nice. Should I kill it? Do I want to kill him? Or do I want to tame him? I don't know. I kind of want to kill him. Oh, there's 2. I could start a little pig war, actually. I might do that next episode. But, anyway, so like I was saying, you see this wetness meter. This is why I say that spring sucks to start in. It's just terrible to start in spring. Because, the more you're out in the rain, and it's just raining, and you are not protected by anything, your wetness goes up. And as you can see, mine has gone up quite a bit already. And actually, I'm gonna change this over there. There you go, that's better. Your wetness goes up, and after, like, okay, there's a difference from this game's rain and the core game's rain. In the core game, rain is really not all that interesting. It's just rain. It's just there. Pretty much all it does is there's a chance of heavy rain, which will have the chance of frog rain, which is what I explained that killed me a while back. But other than that, all it did was it lowered your sanity. And if you had an umbrella, which I'll be making later because you really actually need one. If you had an umbrella, it stopped the rain from lowering your sanity. But that's pretty much all. Right here in this game, it actually has a lot more to it, where it doesn't lower your sanity right away. Instead, it raises your wetness. Your wetness, once it gets up as holy crap, you want to get away from that. Once it gets up a certain level, your sanity will start to drain. So it doesn't lower it immediately. It starts to drain once your wetness is at a certain level. And what you guys just saw back there was overheating. Pretty much, if it gets too hot and you don't cool yourself down, you will start to lose health. But anyway, so yeah, that's what happens with the wetness. And apart from that, your items in your inventory will become wet. They get like a blue thing around them, and there's just 3 stages to that. It's called they become wet, soggy, or waterlogged, which is just, I guess, 3 stages of like how bad the effects are. So pretty much for like any tools, if they're wet, when you're using them, they have a chance to slip out of your hand, which really sucks if you're fighting, because you'll be like fighting with this and then spear just drops out of your hand and like, oh no, my spear, where'd it go? Armor, I believe it'll lose durability quicker. Food, I'm not sure about food, but I'm pretty sure it will spoil faster. Like I said, I really don't know, but I think it does that. I think it spoils faster. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Rain sucks, basically. They just made the rain suck a lot more in the DLC than it does in the core game. In the core game, rain really was not something to worry about. In this game, it just really sucks. And the thing is that during spring, like I said, it rains a lot. The rain, like right now, the rain luckily lasted like 1 day at most. And the core game, I mean not in the core game, in spring, they last literally days. It goes days raining, and so your wetness goes up a lot if you don't have an umbrella. And because it's if you start during spring, you usually won't have an umbrella right away, which sucks. And so as it goes like really high, your sanity drains like really quick, and so it just makes you. It literally just lowers your. Not what it lowers. No. Oh yeah, it just makes your sanity drop super quickly, and it makes shadow monsters just a real pain early on in the game, which you do not want to deal with before you have armor and everything. But yeah, that's pretty much how that goes. And we're actually almost halfway to autumn, I want to say, because every season lasts more or less 20 days. So yeah, that's how that goes too. And yeah, I've been I've been picking up seeds. Seeds, you could eat them. You cook them, you eat them, but you can make like farms, and you plant seeds, you get different crops, which all have different you could do different things with them apart from just eating them. But yeah, and as you can see, it's actually half moon, so we're actually not all that far away from full moon, which is when I'll be explaining the aspects of a full moon. But yeah, that's how that works basically. And my hunger is really just going down so quickly. I do not get why it's losing so fast. But yeah, that's how that works. And the second part from that, nah, you don't know. I just lost what I was thinking about. Oh yeah, rain. And so you can make an umbrella, and it'll stop the wetness meter from going up. It'll drop it. You could also make this thing called an eyebrella, which you make out of an eyeball, which is really weird. And it drops, that eyeball drops from a boss monster actually, and that stops the wetness meter from going up completely. And while an umbrella only stops it a little bit, it just delays it somewhat. And so yeah, it's really helpful to have. And so yeah, that's how rain works. But yeah, I guess we've done enough for today. I'll see if I could get more things set up before next video, so that we have more things to go around. So Yeah, we're pretty much just gonna wrap it up for today. If you liked the video and want to see more, subscribe, leave a like if you enjoyed, comment down below. I don't know what you want to see me do, I guess, more explain other things. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today, and I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.